This is how I lost $8,020 day trading this week. I'm gonna break down every trade that I caught, and I'm gonna show you guys the truth. I had an unprofitable week this week, which is completely normal. Most people think that it's not normal to have a series of losing trades or having even an unprofitable week. So I'm gonna give you guys some tips what to do when you guys have an unprofitable week, so you can come back better and stronger the next week. Okay, so I'm gonna break down every trade that I caught, and yeah, I'm gonna give you guys tips and everything. So before I get started though, I have a free Discord, link is in the description, where I do free educational there. People are getting funded, people are getting payouts. Yeah, I mean, you guys see the results, so link is in the description for the free Discord. You guys can also ask me anything you want there, so link is in the description. But let's get started. So I'm gonna break down all the trades that I caught here on. So here I took one trade, here I took two trades, here it says I took 6 trades, but I only took one trade on Friday. It says 6 trades because I bought a copy trading because I'm trading with a lot of accounts, so it's hard for me to enter manually on every account. So I was testing the copy trader to see how I can use it, so that's why it says 6 trades, but I actually took one trade. So anyways, let's just get started, bro. So 22 October, I took a trade. It says I won. Let me go to it. Let me just break down the day. Here 22, so like this. So this is how the daily candle looked like coming into 22 October. So looking at it from here, I can see that price is at all-time high, and so I was expecting price to take out all-time high right here because we were so close to it. That's why, I went down to the 4-hour. Let me go to the trading session. Right here. So this is how the 4-hour looked like. This is how the 4-hour looked like. I had this demand here marked out, and yeah, the 4-hour, it still looked bullish. Okay, so everything here is still looking bullish. Same thing here on the 1-hour. Consolidation, but consolidation right here, and I'm aiming for price to go down to this demand here. Like that's like my target right there, So let me continue. Structure still consolidation, ugly, very ugly price action on Tuesday, So nothing that I see on the 15-minute that much. I did have this zone here marked out that price reacted from beautifully and then dropped, but yeah, let me continue. So this is this was open, price dropped, didn't really do anything. I didn't find anything that clean, so I was still waiting for my trade to happen. So I was waiting and I was waiting and I was waiting, and then I had this zone here marked out, so I was aiming for price to come up, tap this zone. The reason why I was bearish here was because I thought that maybe price can like tap the zone, and then we can use this zone to tap this zone right here, so that's why I was bearish here, but price continued dropping and we never actually tapped this zone, else that would have been a beautiful win. Then here I kept waiting, and then here I got another supply. Since we came this deep to the supply, I really lost confidence in longs, I really lost confidence in longs right here. So that's why I decided I saw my supply, I took that. I think we even hit the 1-to-1. We almost hit the 1-to-1. And then price ended up reversing and hitting the stop loss, But I've learned from this loss. I've journaled and I've learned. So I know now in the future, that when I notice certain patterns about a setup, it's better to not take it, So you always want to make sure that you guys are journaling your losses. I journaled every loss that I took this week. I've learned for it. I know what not to do next week, what not to do in the future. So it makes me better as a trader. I'm not just taking a loss and then closing the charts and then coming back next week. I have to actually look and see where it could have gone wrong. If I did something good, you have to look at all scenarios. Even when I'm winning, I have to see okay, I won, but where could have gone wrong, you know? I'm always trying to improve. I'm always trying to become a better trader, you know? Even if I'm profitable, I'm still gonna try to look for ways that I can improve, you know? Because the markets are always changing and we have to always adapt to the new market conditions. So this was the trade that I caught, and this one here was a loss. But funnily enough, I accidentally clicked long instead of short, so I actually made money on this right here. So I actually made money on it, but it was a losing trade, so I'm still gonna count that as a loss even though I made profit on it, you know. But yeah, and then on my other accounts, there I actually did click short, so there I lost money, you know. But yeah, I actually forgot to show you guys the P&L here. So I got 6 accounts here, 6 accounts right here, and then I lost 870 here. 870 times 6 is I don't know how much that is, but let's just do the math. 871 times 6 is 5,226, and then here I lost on 4 funded accounts 635. So 635 times 4, 2,540, and then I have another funded account right here. I lost $254 on it. So in total it was $8,020. So I just forgot to show you guys the P&L in the beginning. But anyways, yeah, so this was Wednesday's trade. So let's go to the, and then funnily enough also, look what happened after. Oh shit, there you see. Price came exactly to the zone that I had marked out in the beginning and then just ended up melting. So I really wish we had tapped this zone here, because then I'm so confident that it would have been a win, you know. So price came later during the day here, like 10 minutes after, tapped the zone, and then ended up dropping. So this trade, if any of you guys in the Discord took this, you guys made money on it. But yeah, I've learned from this loss, so I know now till next week what to do, what not to do, you know. Anyways, let's go to the next one, which was 23. I took 2 trades. So let me go there. This was 22, yeah. So this is how the daily kind of looked like coming into 23. Consolidation, you know. I don't really see anything that much. Not any certain bias. Go to the 4 hour. Let me go to the session. This is how the 4 hour candle looked like coming into this session. Here I'm looking at the structure. I can see higher highs and higher lows. So I was mostly bullish here, then I went down to the 1 hour and right here. So basically I'm bullish. Even this is a higher low. This low failed to break beneath this low right here, and we also broke the structure here and made a higher high. So now I'm bullish. Okay, I'm mainly looking for longs here. I had this zone here marked out that price never reached back to, came here to the moving average, and then it went up. So that's unfortunate as well. And then I ended up taking this trade, which ended up losing also. So this was the second trade that I caught that ended up losing for the week. I've also journaled this loss. I've seen what I could have done better. So I've learned from this loss as well. So I know till next time to not do certain things, you know. I know certain things about, like I know like some secrets about trades that I take, you know, that I don't really share here. But if you guys want to ask me in the Discord, I can answer you guys. But I noticed certain patterns with my trades, with these losses that I took this week. So I know I'm not gonna do them next week, you know. So you always gotta be willing to improve always, you know. So this was the loss that I took here. This was the first trade. Then I tried another long here. So this is the trade that I caught. We were pushing up nice. We even hit the 1-to-1 right there. But then I had moved my stop loss right here because it was getting late during the day, and I ended up getting stopped out right here for a loss. So I lost on this trade. I've also journaled this loss. I also know certain things about these setups that I shouldn't do for the coming week, you know. So this was the second trade that I caught for this day, and that made me lose only $337 for the day. So you guys can see I took 2 trades. I'm still down only like 0.5%, you know. So you guys see my risk management is good. That's also another tip. Having good risk management will save you during losing streaks. Like this week, I only lost 635 on Top Step right here, you know. That is like 1.1%. It's nothing for having an unprofitable week, you know what I mean? So yeah. Then let's go to 24. Here I took only 1 trade. Thursday I didn't get a trade. Okay, yeah, so this is 24. Here I was bullish because I saw this candle closed. I thought, okay, maybe now we can aim for the all-time highs. So now I got confident in taking long positions. Let me go to the session. All right here. So now we're trading above all-time highs. So we're trading above all-time highs, so definitely only bullish right here. Some people, they like to trade all-time highs, and some people, they don't like doing it. Me, I like doing it, you know. I'm still confident in my trades. Then I waited for everything is telling me bullish. Like when price is trending at all-time highs, don't take, well, take whatever you want, but me personally, I'm not a financial advisor, but me personally, I mainly want to be bullish when we're at all-time highs. I got my demand, price tapped here into my demand. I got my entry confirmation, and then price ended up playing around a little bit, pushing up a little bit, playing around, and then it ended up dropping right there, and it ended up being a loss. So this right here was also a loss, and here I lost $370 on it. Like I mentioned, it says 6 trades because I was testing out the copy trader earlier using like small micro contracts, you know. So 337 here on this trade, and this was a loss too. And I've also journaled this loss. I know what to do the next time. I know what I can improve on. I know what I should do next time, and I know what I shouldn't do next time, you know. So you always try, having unprofitable weeks, you're always gonna try to learn from them, you know. Sometimes you have an unprofitable week and there's nothing you can do about it. You did everything. Sometimes you cannot find stuff to improve on, but you will not know if there isn't any stuff you can improve on unless you actually try to improve, you know. Because if you try and see that, okay, I did everything I could this week, there is nothing I could have done better, then there is nothing you could have done better, you know. But you wouldn't know that unless you actually try to improve. So you gotta try to improve and not have an ego thinking you know everything, you know. Never have an ego in trading, because the market will humble you, you know. Same thing when you win a lot of trades and you feel like you're on top of the world, the market will humble you, you know. So you always gotta be willing to adapt to market conditions, you know. That's like my biggest tip I could give you guys, you know. Always be willing to learn, you know, literally. That's why I have a free Discord, which the link is in the description. You guys can ask me anything I want completely for free. I also teach my strategy there completely for free. And it's working. People have gotten funded. People are getting payouts. So, yeah. But, yeah, this was my week. Now, I know what to do the next week. I know what not to do the next week. So I'm sure next week it will be a very good week. It's the last trading week for October, so hopefully we can get some nice price action. Price is currently trading at all-time highs, so might have a lot of consolidation. I don't know, let's see. Most important thing is to follow your rules, proper risk management. I'm still profitable for the month, as you guys can see. I'm still profitable for the month, and yeah, I've learned, and this is the truth about trading, bro. Sometimes you're gonna have unprofitable weeks, you know. People, they don't like to show you the losses. They don't like to show you the truth, you know. But it's just reality. And that's the thing. When they don't show you, when people on IG and these kind of things, when they don't show you their losses, you would think that they never lose. You would think they never have an unprofitable week. But that is so far from the truth. Everybody have unprofitable weeks, bro. You know. So when you think that they don't have unprofitable weeks, you think they're winning every week, then that will cause you to do some errors in your trading. You will think like that they are better than you just because they don't show you their losses and these kind of things. So that will get to your head, and then you might try to rush the process, and you're gonna ruin yourself even more, you know. So understand that having unprofitable weeks are normal. However, it's not normal to have them often. That's the difference, you know. It's normal to have them, but not often, you know. Like last time I had an unprofitable week was months ago. You know what I mean? It just happened to be this week. So yeah, most important thing is that you end the month good and having more profitable weeks than unprofitable weeks, you know. So yeah, besides that, there's not much else to do. Yeah, hopefully next week we can get some better market conditions, and I've learned a lot of stuff this week. I'm not gonna lie, I've learned a lot of stuff, ready to implement them this coming week. And on next week's trade breakdown, you guys will see me profitable for sure. I'm confident. You always gotta be confident. Even if it's not certain, you still gotta be confident. You know what I mean? Always, you still gotta be confident. Literally. Sometimes when you have unprofitable weeks, you feel like next week is also gonna be unprofitable, you know. But thinking like that can cause you to do some problems in your trading, like break your rules, whatever. So always believe in yourself, always be confident, and yeah, remember, it's always better to believe in yourself than to not believe in yourself, because what you say to yourself is more important than what other people say about you. You know what I mean? So listen to your own like self, you know, master everything, try to fix everything, you know, and believe in yourself. That's the most important thing. So yeah, anyways, this was my week. If you guys want to learn the strategy completely for free, if you guys are struggling in your trading journey and need some extra help, then join the free Discord, bro. Link is in the description. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good weekend, and I'll see you guys next week. Peace out.